So this entire China hutch cost $12, and when I flipped the bottom half, well, on YouTube it went viral. It's close to 700,000 views right now, and what nobody ever thinks about is that the top half might actually be one of the biggest money makers. So today I'm transforming this hutch top into its very own statement piece, and just proving that sometimes splitting furniture up is the smartest money move that you can make and the best return on investment. So this $12 is about to turn into some really serious profit. First, I need to start with taking these poles off of here. They are attached with a little nail here at the bottom, so I'm using some of my upholstery tools to loosen that up. For this project, I'm gonna take out these glass panels, which sounds easy in theory, but it's gonna be a little tricky. So they all have this plastic stripping that needs to come out, and then I labeled all of the glass so I know where it goes back. So I'm gonna use my upholstery tool again and get all of this plastic out of here, and I'll label that as well. Whew, the glass is off, and now I'm going to turn this around and we are going to pry the back off of this because I'm going to do something special with the inside. And I found the maker's mark. This is a Thomasville, which I knew from the first flip, and I think this means it was established in 1973 is my guess, and then the date on this one is actually from April '82. That seems to line up with the style of this furniture, but you guys are gonna have to let me know. Is this from '82? Is this from '73? Sound off in the comments. My upholstery tools are getting a workout today. Now I need to get all the staples off of this back here. I want this off of here because it's gonna make what I wanna do to this back so much easier. You could leave this on, but we're gonna take this off. I know I'm gonna paint the main body of this cabinet now that I've got it all taken apart. So I'm gonna give it a really good scuff sand. I've got 180 grit on my Surf Prep here, and it's got a squishy foam abrasive on there just so I can go around all of these edges and curves that are on here and not worry about damaging them. So I'm gonna give this entire piece a good scuff sand inside and out because it's all going to get painted. like I live down this aisle at Lowe's. I'm certainly down here all the time when I have to build bases. Okay, it's painting time, so we're gonna get set up here. I'm gonna put this into my Wagner sprayer. And for today's project, Mr. Lemons went and picked up a new can of the color Caviar from Sherwin-Williams. This is their deepest black. It has a little hint of blue in it, which I like for these projects. And I make sure I get this in the Emerald Trim collection. So that's the word you're looking for, is the trim collection on the Emerald paint. It's perfect for furniture and your cabinets. So I'm gonna get this loaded up into my HVLP sprayer. It does have a built-in primer in it, so I can skip that step, and it does have a built-in top coat, so that's the reason why I really like this product, because it does save me some extra steps. I've got some liners for my spray gun, which help me with easy cleanup. Let's get this loaded. I gotta get my backdrop on before I can paint this. It just helps save my white wall that is like my staging wall in here. So all of this is just a heavy duty plastic, like painter's plastic. And then I installed some hook and eyes at the top of the ceiling of the garage. And so I just made little cutouts in here for those. And I hang this up, and it just saves my staging wall from getting all sorts of different colors of paint on it. So I need to get this up first. I still had some peel and stick wallpaper left over from our feature wall in the front room from Lowe's, so I'm going to use that on the backboard of this China Hutch. The 1x4 that you watched me pick up at Lowe's, I actually split that in half, and I'm going to have 2 cross beams go across the bottom of the base. I saw this look on Pinterest and I really like it. I've been working on bases for a while, so I'm like, yeah, I think we're gonna up the game on this one. Plus this hutch will look really, really pretty with that. So I split this in half and I'm gonna use my Craig jig to get all of our pocket holes where they need to be. Okay, so for today's chore, I've got to get this base stained that I made last night and hopefully get that attached. We're going to get the backing of this on today, and hopefully by the end of the day I'm putting in the glass. So that is my schedule for today. And I came out last night and tested some of my favorite stains on an extra piece of wood just to see which direction I wanted to go with this. So let me show you the 4 that I'm going between and see which one you would pick. Here are my choices. So I have them all on this board right here. This is Kona Varathane gel stain. This is the Age Oak Minwax gel stain. Brown Mahogany from General Finishes gel stain, and then Candlelight gel stain. Pretty easy to take this one out. It's way too orange. This one's a little too orange. I don't mind either of these. And then of course, there's the project right there. So I think that the Aged Oak is going to be the way that we go today on this base. You all are going to have to let me know if you would have gone in that direction or if you don't mind one of these oranger stains here. But isn't that funny how they appear different on this type of wood? Because that's way orange. Drum roll, please. Wow, I cannot believe how beautiful this hutch top came together and how amazing it is that both of these pieces that I flipped from this original China hutch have a totally different vibe, totally different look to each one of them. Let's do a little profit breakdown for this one, shall we? So this China hutch as a whole, with the bottom also, originally cost me $12. It was left behind at an estate sale. Nobody bid on it. So typically how that works is it was $10. They'll charge you like a base fee, and then they charge me tax, which is around $2 or so. So I'm about $12 in on this whole piece, which is crazy because typically I can sell these hutch tops for around $800 when I flip them. I only used 4 things on this whole project: paint, stain, wallpaper, and the lumber to build the base. I had to purchase the lumber. Everything else I had on hand already. I paid $40 for the lumber to build the base. That should leave me with a profit of $760. I would like to sell the hutch bottom for about $1,000, hopefully leaving me with a grand profit of $1,760. Not bad for a $12 left behind estate sale find. That is the power of flipping furniture, you guys. What do you think about that? Isn't it just absolutely amazing? Does it blow your mind? Would you love to try this? Have you never thought about splitting up these pieces before and looking for them? They are all over the place and they're fairly cheap. Unfortunately, not a lot of people have them in their homes or want them any longer, at least in my area. Be sure to check out the first part of this series. Last time I checked, the hutch bottom itself went viral. It has close to 700,000 views on that video alone. I would love for you to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Every bit of interaction just really helps my channel grow, and I really appreciate it. I just hit 13 million views last week, and my mind is blown that we have come this far. So thank you so much for those of you who have been here for this whole journey. You know, I've got another great flip coming your way next week. You don't want to miss it. And I'll see you soon on Lemons to Lemonade Home.